As you know, we're gathered here together in Barcelona, the capital of the Mediterranean, the regional forum of the Union for the Mediterranean, which is focused on the Middle East situation, the dramatic situation in Gaza, Lebanon, the perspectives of the future. And this is a forum in which we have had the invitation of the contact group of the Arab League for Gaza and the Islamic Conference. And I would like to thank for the kind welcome that Barcelona has received us, as they do every single year. The neighbors, the citizens, and the mayor of Barcelona, where we have the headquarters of this organization, and the president of the Generalitat, Salvador Illa, who participated yesterday and took on the floor in the previous dinner prior to this event, and together with us they were welcoming all the different delegations. I had a meeting with him yesterday, and we tackled the support of the Generalitat, the regional government of Catalonia, for the Union for the Mediterranean. And I would like to thank all the participants at this 9th Regional Forum for participating at this forum, which is in a year which is not just any year, because in our Mediterranean area we are being bashed by the dramatic war, and Spain has lent support to stability, to peace, to the development of our joint area. And this Euro-Arab dialogue on this region began here almost 30 years ago. And last year we took on that baton again, and it has seen continuity at the different fora throughout these months, where we have brought together our positions and built consensus on key topics like the need to have a ceasefire, an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, which we request right now again, and the de-escalation of the violence, the liberation of the hostages, and the entrance of humanitarian aid to Gaza, where the situation is happening for which I have no words even to describe. And Spain also has renewed the support with UNRWA, the United Nations organization, which is indispensable for millions of Palestinian refugees in the region, and our commitment also with the Palestinian Authority, which is called upon to take on at some point the government of all the Palestinian territories when there is a stage of stabilization. We have put again on the table the need to have a political horizon in order to implement the solution of two states, so that this lays the foundation for long-lasting peace and stability in the area. And Lebanon has also encompassed a great part of our interventions. We have reiterated our efforts in order to have a permanent truce. I have held a meeting with the Lebanese minister, and I have conveyed the solidarity with the innocent victims and the 1.2 million people that are already displaced. And we have also made ourselves readily available to do everything in our power in order to implement the 17th resolution of the Council for Security, which has all the necessary provisions in order to make sure that all refugees are returned to their areas. And we condemn the attacks to the Finul blue helmet and the launching of all the rockets by Hezbollah, and we're seeking to find solutions that strengthen the Lebanese Armed Forces, which are the ones that need to be displaced to the southern area of the country in order to achieve the full freedom of the Lebanon. That's why Spain has granted more than 5 million euros in humanitarian help for the Lebanese population, including 12 tons of sanitary material, blankets, and we're preparing a second humanitarian aid package. And we condemn, without any caveat, the attacks that are happening as we speak in Lebanon, and which need to cease immediately. During this meeting, I could attest to the great concern by all of us sitting around the table because of the violence in this region, and very especially because of the escalation of violence. On Saturday, we saw a new episode between Iran and Israel, and it leads to Spain to ask for contention or containment by all parties in order to avoid a regional escalation and regional war. All of us sitting around that table wanted to seize that cycle of action/reaction which can lead to deflagration in the area, which could be very severe. And the severity of these affairs gives even more meaning, sheds more importance to this Union for the Mediterranean organization, which along the last year, that difficult situations in our shared area, has maintained the commitment and the normal action with active participation by all its members. So in that sense, Spain has evoked the internal reform process which is ongoing, and we have urged ourselves so that next year in 2025, coincided with the 30th anniversary of the process of Barcelona, we can give full content to that new roadmap. And I would like to conclude by expressing a very special thanks to both co-presidents, Josep Borrell, and it has been a great co-presidency throughout these years, and he has been a very important senior official in order to place the Mediterranean at the center of the European agenda and in order to fight for the peace that we seek for at the Mediterranean and Middle East. And also my Ayman Safadi, who is always a very weighed voice, undoubtedly fighting for the peace, and Nasser Kamel, the Secretary General of the Union for the Mediterranean, for the great urge in order to organize yet another regional forum in Barcelona. And we come out of here with a clear idea of initiatives that can strengthen this organization further, and which are going to achieve more stability and peace in the Middle East.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much to you all.